Ah, my beautiful companion, have you ever tasted the raw essence of victory? Tasted the deep thrill of knowing that your effort has broken through the thickest walls built around them? Have you ever felt that rush when everything they've fought so hard to protect is crumbling under the weight of your persistence? Let me tell you something about this moment where the storm you created has reached its peak and those who thought they were untouchable stand exposed. You broke their defense and now they're wide open. They thought their walls would protect them, but you saw through their feeble attempts. You saw the cracks before they even realized they existed. And now, it's all coming apart. What they have built, what they thought was invincible, what they believed would be their shield, is nothing more than rubble in the wake of your resolve. And as they stand exposed, as they stand defenseless, they realize too late that the war has already been decided. They were never prepared for the onslaught. There was you. This is your moment, and it's not a moment for mercy. No mercy. Not now. Not ever. They believed they could stop you. They believed they could control the narrative. They could write the end of your story. They never understood what you were capable of, because they underestimated you every single time. They underestimated your hunger. They underestimated the fire that burned deep inside of you. And now look at them. What do you see? Weakness, frustration, desperation. They have no more defense. Their walls have crumbled. They thought their strength lay in what they built around them. They thought their power came from the things they could hide behind. But you shattered it all. With each step forward, you tore through their comfort with each action. You broke through the lines they drew to keep you out. They should have known, they should have understood that you were never someone to be kept in a cage. You were never someone to be stopped by their defense. Now you stand tall while they are exposed. You fought for this moment. You've worked for this moment, and you will savor every second of it. The world they knew is gone. The world they held so tightly to is slipping through their fingers. Now it's your turn. Now it's your time. You've earned this moment, and no one can take it away from you. This is the moment where you decide the fate of everything. This is the moment where you choose whether you will settle for victory or if you will push further, if you will drive the stake deeper into their heart. Because let me tell you, this victory is not enough when they are exposed. It's not enough when the battle is won. What you need now is to finish what you started. They're wide open now, but do not mistake this for weakness. Number, this is your chance to show them the price of underestimating you. This is your opportunity to teach them a lesson they'll never forget. Do you understand the power you have right now? Do you see how fragile they've become? How fragile their hold is on everything they've spent years trying to protect? One move from you, and it all comes crashing down. One step forward, and it all shatters. This is the moment where you don't hesitate. You've waited too long. You've worked too hard. The defenses are gone. Now it's time to show them who you really are. You've broken through every wall they've built, and now you will destroy everything they hold dear. Because in the end, that's all that matters. Their defenses are gone, and you are the one standing tall. Never forget that they underestimated you. They believed their strength was in their defenses. They thought that by hiding behind their walls, they could stop you. But now the walls are gone, and all they have left is the reality that they were never prepared for someone like you. They were never prepared for someone who refused to stop, who refused to back down, who refused to be kept in a box. You were always meant for this moment. This was always your destiny. And as they stand there, broken and defeated, you need to remember one thing. You didn't do this out of mercy. You didn't do this because you felt sorry for them. Number, you did this because they needed to learn a lesson. They needed to understand that no one is untouchable. They needed to understand that when you're focused, when you're relentless, when you're driven, nothing can stand in your way. Not their walls, not their power, not their status, nothing. And as they stare at the wreckage of everything they thought they could protect, they will finally realize that the true power was never in their defense. The true power was always in your ability to break through it all and stand above them. But don't stop there. Don't let them think for 1 second that their fall is enough to satisfy you. You didn't come this far to settle for their defeat. You didn't come this far to leave them in the ruins and walk away. Number. Now that you've broken their defense, you need to make sure they never rise again. You need to make sure they never have the chance to rebuild what you've torn down. Because if you let them recover, if you let them rebuild, they will come back stronger. They will come back with a new defense. They will come back and they will try to stop you again. And you cannot afford to let that happen. Not now. Not ever. You have the power now to seal their fate, to end it all, once and for all. And you have earned that power. You've paid the price. You've shed the blood. You've done the work. You've fought through every challenge that has come your way. And now you stand victorious. Now you stand with the knowledge that you were right. You were always right about them. You were always right about yourself. So now, as they stand wide open, broken, exposed, remember this. This is your moment. This is the culmination of everything you've worked for. This is the moment where you show them who you truly are. This is the moment where you show the world that no one can break you, no one can stop you, no one can stand against you. Because now you know the truth, don't you? The truth is that you were never meant to play by their rules. You were never meant to be held back. You were always destined to break through and to stand above them all. As their walls crumble around them, as their defenses fall to dust, you will remember the journey that brought you here. You will remember the fire that burned within you, the hunger that drove you, the vision that never wavered. And you will savor this moment, because this moment is yours. They are wide open and you are standing tall. You've broken through their defenses. Now, the world will know your power. The world will know your name, and you will make sure they never forget it. As you stand above them in this moment, victorious and relentless, you might wonder, what's next? Where do you go from here? You've broken them down, shattered their defenses, and now they are exposed, vulnerable, and helpless. But let me remind you of something important. This is only the beginning, not the end. Too many people believe that when they have finally cracked open their opponent's walls, when they have finally seen the fruits of their hard work, that's when they can relax. But relaxation, complacency, and satisfaction are the tools of the defeated. Do not fall into the trap of thinking this moment is the pinnacle. No, this is just another step toward your inevitable dominance. What you've done here isn't just a simple act of overcoming their defenses. It's about proving to yourself that nothing can stand in your way. The more they fight back, the more their resistance crumbles under the weight of your purpose. You're not here to prove a point to them. You're here to prove a point to yourself. What you just experienced, the thrill of breaking their walls, is a testament to your unshakable drive. Every time they thought they had you figured out, every time they thought they had the upper hand, they were wrong. Your persistence, your focus, your relentless pursuit of this moment has brought you here. And now, as you gaze down upon the wreckage of their defenses, you need to remember that this moment will define everything that comes next. They've exposed their weaknesses, and they've made one critical mistake. In their arrogance, they thought they had outsmarted you. They thought they were untouchable, invincible, impenetrable. But now, they know the truth. They know that they were just a facade, held together by delusion and fear. And as they stand there, broken and stripped of their pride, you know something that they will never forget. You were always the one they underestimated. They never realized the power of a single determined individual. They never realized that every obstacle they threw in your way would be nothing more than a stepping stone for you. When they saw your struggle, they thought it was a sign of weakness. When they watched you push against their defenses, they believed it was a momentary setback. But they were wrong. What they saw as weakness was merely the calm before the storm. What they thought was a pause was actually the gathering of your strength. You weren't just biding your time. You were waiting for the exact moment to strike. And now, it's too late for them. They've already lost. But don't get caught up in the immediate thrill of victory. Don't let the satisfaction of seeing their downfall cloud your vision. You see, the battle might be won, but the war is never over. The moment they fall, others will rise to take their place. The very nature of your existence now demands more from you. You've already proven that you can break through their defenses, but can you maintain that pressure? Can you keep moving forward without letting your guard down? Can you take the momentum from this moment and push it into the future? These are the questions you must ask yourself now. It's not enough to simply destroy your enemy. It's not enough to rip apart their defenses and watch them fall. The true test of your resolve comes not in breaking them, but in ensuring they never rise again. As long as they exist, as long as they can crawl out of the rubble you've left behind, they will try to rebuild what they lost. You cannot afford to give them that chance. You are not just a conqueror of the moment, you are the architect of the future. Your victory is not limited to the battle you've won today. It is a declaration to the world, a reminder to every opponent that crosses your path that nothing, no one, can stop you. And it all starts with making sure they stay broken. Make sure they never find their strength again. Make sure they never find their way back into the fight. The moment you show mercy, the moment you give them space to breathe, is the moment they regain power. Never forget that weakness breeds strength. And when they see you faltering, when they see the slightest hint of doubt in your eyes, they will capitalize on it. They will find a way back in. So don't give them that chance. Keep them down. Finish what you started. You owe it to yourself to never let them recover. Some might call this ruthless. Some might call this cruel. But let me tell you something. It's not about cruelty. It's about survival. It's about ensuring that you never have to face them again, that you never have to deal with the consequences of underestimating their potential. Your actions now will echo throughout their history. You are not just a victor. You are a force that shapes their destiny. They will feel you. They will remember you. And they will never forget the day they learned the cost of crossing you. You might think that all of this sounds harsh. You might even question if this is what you want. But ask yourself this: what choice do you have? The world is full of those who want to see you fail. They want to see you falter, to see you slip, to see you fall back into the abyss from which you've just climbed. The moment you let up, the moment you show any vulnerability, they will be there, waiting for you to make a mistake, and they will be ready to pounce, to destroy everything you've built, to tear down everything you've worked so hard for. You must become relentless. Relentless in your pursuit of greatness. Relentless in your refusal to allow anyone to stand in your way. You've already seen what it takes to break down the defenses of your enemies. But now, you must understand the deeper truth. It is not enough to win once. It is not enough to prove your strength. What matters is what comes after. What matters is how you maintain that strength, how you ensure that no one ever dares challenge you again. This is the reality you face now. This is the burden you must carry. It's not just about winning battles. It's about winning the war that goes on long after the dust settles. There will be new enemies, new challenges, new obstacles that you'll have to break through. But now you understand the power you possess. Now you understand that the true strength lies not in the walls you break, but in the walls you keep others from ever building. So, stand tall, stand unyielding, and never let them forget who you are. Never let them forget the power that runs through your veins. You are a force of nature and nothing can stop you. The moment they exposed their weaknesses, they sealed their fate. And as you watch them fall, you will see that they were never truly prepared for someone like you. They thought they could stop you. They thought they could break you. But all they did was awaken a beast, and now the world will tremble before you. The road ahead is not for the faint-hearted. The victory you've just secured, the feeling of triumph that courses through your veins, should be your reminder that there is always more to achieve. Every time you break an enemy's defense, it is an opportunity to remind them that you are a force that cannot be contained. But in the aftermath, after the walls fall and the dust settles, you must ask yourself one thing. Are you satisfied with just the battle, or are you ready to conquer the war? Because there is always more to fight for, and every victory, no matter how sweet, is just a stepping stone to greater power. You see, the thing about those who live with their backs against the wall, who are always defending, always hiding behind a shield of arrogance or delusion, is that they will never know true strength until they face someone like you. Someone who is relentless, someone who will not back down, and someone who has nothing left to lose. They may have built their defenses with years of effort, but those walls mean nothing when they're faced with a force that doesn't know the meaning of surrender. Do not think for a second that you can simply stop. Victory is not about celebrating, it is about what you do next. The key to your power, the essence of your strength, lies in your ability to keep pushing forward, to not rest on the laurels of one victory, but to see every triumph as fuel for the next battle. There is always more, always. The moment you become complacent, the moment you relax, is the moment you lose. That's the trap many fall into. They think they've won. They celebrate their achievements. They bask in the glory of having broken through an opponent's defenses. But that's where they make their fatal mistake. They let down their guard, they stop advancing, and the world moves on. The world does not wait for those who rest. The world rewards only those who push forward relentlessly, unyielding in their pursuit of more. And so you, the one who has tasted the thrill of breaking defenses, must keep going. Because once you stop, once you grow comfortable in your victory, you leave the door open for others to find a way in. You cannot afford that. Not now, not after you've come so far. In the silence of their defeat, in the stillness of their broken walls, they will be plotting. They will be regrouping, learning from their mistakes, building new strategies, creating new defenses. If you leave them breathing space, if you let them lick their wounds, they will return. They will rise again, and when they do, they will not be the same. They will be stronger, more dangerous, more cunning. The worst thing you can do is allow them that opportunity. You must strike before they even have a chance to think. You must finish what you've started, not out of cruelty, but because this is what it takes to ensure your position at the top. Remember, they will study your weaknesses. They will look for cracks, for vulnerabilities, for any small hint that you are not invincible. And if you let them find it, they will use it against you. This is not just about breaking them down. This is about building your own invincibility. This is about creating a reputation so fearsome that no one dares challenge you. This is about carving your place in the world in such a way that anyone who dares to oppose you will understand that the cost of standing in your way is too high to pay. You have already shown them your power, but now you must show them your persistence. You must show them that there is no end to your strength, no limit to your will. This is the moment where you build your legacy. This is where the foundations of your empire are laid. Because you are not just here to win a battle. You are here to build an empire of dominance where every enemy understands that standing against you is a mistake they will never make again. You are a force of nature, a storm that never stops, a fire that never burns out. It's easy for others to believe that breaking through their defenses is the end of the story. They think that the moment they've secured a victory, they can relax. But relaxation is for those who have no more battles to fight. Relaxation is for those who are content with the world as it is. But you, my friend, you are not like the others. You don't stop. You don't rest. You don't give in. You are the one who keeps moving forward, no matter the cost. You are the one who destroys not just the defenses of your enemies, but their very spirit. You are the one who takes everything from them and leaves nothing in return. Do you understand the power of that? Do you understand the magnitude of what you've just done? You didn't just defeat them. You didn't just shatter their walls. You've broken their very will to fight. And once their will is broken, they can never recover. Once you crush their spirit, they are lost forever. That is the real power you hold. That is the real victory. And now, you have the chance to use it. It's not enough to simply win. It's not enough to simply achieve what others thought was impossible. What matters now is how you use your victory. The moment they realize you've broken them, the moment they see that there is no way back, you will see the fear in their eyes. You will see the realization that they have no more tricks up their sleeves. They will see that their world is crumbling, and they will know that you are the reason for it. They will never forget you. But that's just the beginning. The real test is what you do now. You've broken them. You've exposed their weaknesses. Now it's time to break them completely. Do not show them mercy. Do not let them recover. They do not deserve it. The road you've walked is one of pain, of sacrifice, of relentless pursuit. They will never understand what it took for you to get here. They will never understand the depths of your resolve, and they will never know the true cost of crossing you. But you know. You know what it cost, and you know that it was worth it. You didn't do this for recognition. You didn't do this for accolades. You did this for yourself. You did this to prove to the world and to yourself that there is nothing you cannot achieve. And now, as you stand over the wreckage of your enemies, you must make one thing abundantly clear. There is no coming back from this. There is no recovery. There is only defeat. When the world sees that you have broken them, when the world sees what you have done, they will know better than to challenge you. They will know better than to try to test you, to push you, to break you. You are the unmovable force, and the world will bend around you. Do not ever forget that the fight is never over. The moment you let your guard down, the moment you relax, is the moment the cycle begins again. Never give them that chance. Never give anyone the opportunity to challenge your power, to challenge your place in this world. Make them understand, once and for all, that you are not just another player in the game. You are the game. You are the one who shapes the destiny of those around you. And when the dust settles, when the smoke clears, it will be your name they remember. The world will tremble before you. They will cower in your presence. And they will never forget the day they realized that they were not just fighting against you. They were fighting against something far greater than they could ever comprehend. You. This is your moment. This is your legacy. And the world will never forget that you broke their defense and left them wide open. In the end, remember this. You didn't just break their defenses. You shattered their very foundation, their will to fight. You are the force that reshapes the world around you. This victory is not the final chapter, but the beginning of a legacy built on relentless pursuit and unyielding power. Stand tall, for the world will now tremble before you, knowing that no defense, no wall, and no challenge will ever be enough to stop you. You are the storm, and nothing can stand in your way.